So we'll read just a little bit of the top so we get the number Lamed Aleph, and we'll look at that, the time that we have now. It says the Yud Atika, the light of the letter Yud Shalatika. We've been talking about that, which is Herakan Pinshu Sod Hakrum. What is the light of this Yud? It comes from the Krum, Shemakasa V'Soisim Esamolestimah. Hamisater, which covers over or binds itself to B'Ha'aras HaChachma Shebekesser, with the light of the Chachma of Kesser. That is the Molestimah, closes over. V'Zod Kiter, this is the concept, and what is this Ha'ara? I think that's what he means. He said, because Kiter, it's a sort of like a smoke or a vapor of some sort. Hayotze b'Molestimah kana. Saucing Itroi. So we have this phrase, saucing Itroi. Amazing. Okay. Going back, now we're going to look at this phrase here and see if we can get something out of number Lamed Aleph down below. Number Lamed Aleph says, Zechaka Girsach Tefus the Garis Khan. So this is the Girsa actually, Itroi, and he writes the rose Itroi with an ayin. V'hu Nusach Tefus Kushta. Of Rabboim Achrav. So apparently that's the way that it was written starting there. V'chein Garas Bahadras Melech V'Yavashah, also the same Girsa there, Khan. The Fizechad is Bar B'Fnim Kedlchalon, we're going to see later that's coming up. Ahmed Fusim Akodmonim, which is from then later, the earlier ones, is in Mantoba and Cremona, which are those two presses that were apparently in northern Italy. Also Salzbach, which I think is in Austria, I'm assuming, and Amsterdam, or the YOCHAI, he is of Garis Khan. Instead of Beitroi, and I say that the word Itroi is a difficult word to apply to this, but I thought we got the definition I could work with, means binding in some way. He says instead of Itroi, it should be Sitroi, Osamach. The figure says Zuchi is Parish Kam Kach. So now you explain it like this. The Yud Hatika, that is the Os Yud Hatika, and we talked about Hatika, of course, Eric Anpin, Shuhu Sod Hakrum, Shesoisim Esam Mochastimah. So that's the source of this Yud is found in the Kruma Davira. So he says Sosim Esam Mochastimah. Meir bo ha'aras chachma shebekesser, and what does it do? Meir bo, through it or in it shines a ha'ara that comes in the chachma shebekesser besod kitter, which is something like a smoke or a vapor. Al yotze b'molestimah now. Now, because we've been through that, we saw that. So he says saucin b'sitroi. So if you pronounce it like that, it's closed up. I think sitroi means in its place, but I'm not sure. So remember that. So it's closed up. It's all in its place. It's closed. And it doesn't open up. Because it has a chrome which closes it up. We call it sad. So that we also have something in the Pirish, the Or Yakar. Bepirish Talmud, Bebira Groa, once again. So he's Khan, Shagorsim Khan, Besitroi, there's the same place. They also are using the word Sitroi instead of Itroi. The Aracha Bakal Echad Vidarko. The Hainu, Stimus Hamochak Stimor, this is the closing, the closedness, state of being closed, of the Mochastimor. Mikal Sadadim on all of its right, or all of its sides, completely and totally closed up. Vein and Niftach Lalamed based the Sivas, the Shavihim Ayin Sham, the Shavilim Ayin Sham, that doesn't open up further. The Derek Arizal Hanal, he says, Agavana Bezeh is that She'ain Hakrum Mekabel Etzem or it never gets the real root of the light. We're going to see more about this. There's extensive Pirushim in the back of this. Okay, so it's hard to for me to pull out really interesting ideas from this, because most of what he does, as we know in the Makoros and Siyunim, is bringing the different Mefarshim and saying who said the same idea. But there, we saw that there's a change in the girsas. Let me read on here. We're reading it again, so I'm going to move on to the next page. He says, Hine zeha itra, Tara, shema'ata repechas krum. So again, it's a covering over it. Shuhu hachma shebekeser now. Nisha salsom ve'ena niftach nispashed bekrum. Ki hi bechinas chachma. Sheneloma, so it's completely hidden me'ene golchai. Vein mispashed b'mena etzem or raka ara belvad, only that. U'lechein afal gav she'osius hey vav darich anpem yesh lechem besichel. V'kitzaz giloi b'nikveh hachoitem and uv'sheshes kitzvah seguf gedlchalon. Im kol zecher be'os yud shal l'krum b'derevira ein lo shum giloi b'sichel begin shama lo ish dekach, because it's not findable. Visha Osius Shem Havaya Einan Nimsas B'Nizgala, because that name is not able to be revealed there. So let's skip a little bit and let's go down to the bold print where it says Hey is Patach Ba'achra. So the Hey opens up in another place. Os Hey shall Arich. He says Yarich Anpen Shemis Ater Ba'or HaYotze B'Bina Shebekesa now. Af shuhu salson the bala lamala, it's on the upper side, is completely closed b'shorsho. Who niftach v'nizgala or b'makom achar lamata, but you see that its light actually comes out in another place, which is Zeranpen, I'm assuming. And v'vora b'ketza nizgala, how is it fact it gets revealed? Who hamakom achar, that's the different place, shabo mizgala, v'amra. The inkib between nukvin. So this is the next place. It makes inkib. It makes openings or holes between nukvin in the two nostrils. Ki ruach hayotze bebina, because the ruach that comes out of bina shebekeser over bechotem, it passes through the nose. Umenake b'shnei nikveh hachotem, and it makes openings in the two openings of the nose, in the two nostrils of the nose. Okay, we have very little time. I'll try to read number Lamed Zayin, first paragraph, and it says like this, down below. So it says, we're running out of time, so I'm sorry. Reba Aris La'el, Shinizbar Rapiha Eitz Chaim, he says, V'chashar Ruach HaKodesh, Yisech V'chashach Damos, etc., etc., V'neke V'chotem, V'ruach HaChotem, Trei Milininum, the opening of the nose, or making an opening in the nose, and the actual ruach that goes through it are two different things. Trei milininhu. Those hey who be'etzem neke v'chotem. So he wants to say the nose is a letter hey. And inside of that neke comes this ruach of this ruach. But the fizeh according to Mizbar Divcha SIFRA that's in Utah and Alkach. Hey law this antach of a rucha the nukvach the badashka, so it's clinging or in some way connected to. This rucha, the nukvin, the bedashka, the openings of the nostrils. Ahainu, the os hey, the nikveh hachotem is ater beruach elyon. It combines itself with the ruach elyon that's coming from a higher place. Shorsha bebina the keser, which is in the bina of keser. Ki zecha beruach oiver bezoch hachotem benimshach at nikveh hachotem ein sham v'rei od v'ha'arach ha'boah. So there's a little bit more coming up. And I guess we're out of time. Try to get my time better a little bit next time.